This week on 3D Archery, all by myself, but I'm going to have a ball. Hey everybody, welcome to 3D Archery. Greg here. Okay, don't mind the hail around my head. I'm not that innocent. If you watched last week's video, I told you about this place called Pine Valley 3D. It's a private 3D archery course that is closing. And wrote to the guy Eric. Actually, he wrote me. He said he's selling his targets. He wanted to know anybody. And I go, well, when are you going to actually close? And he told me the date. So it's a Monday. It's Monday, September 24th. I rushed up here. It's over a 2-hour drive for me. So I got to shoot it before they close. So, final one, we're going to say adios to this club. You know, it was great, or this place. I think they got a great setup. I'm just so sorry it didn't work out. So, what am I shooting today? Well, you got a treat today. This is my left-handed 1965 Ben Pearson Palomino, 40 pounds. I restored it. I'll bring her in and give you a nice little look at her. The Troy oil and everything I put on it turned it yellow. I was hoping it'd stay a little whiter. Got the old American flag on it. And because the Palomino's a horse, I made my arrow rest in the shape of a horse. Now there's one bad thing about this bow is for some reason there's so much string pinch on it that shooting 300 my arrows knock themselves. So you got to shoot split fingered with it. So let's see how that goes today. I brought two different types of arrows. The first ones, you know, the wood ones, those are my Go Tips traditional XTs, 600 spines. Well, these, someone's trying to corrupt me. Easton Axis, 600 spines. All right, 4 Fletch helicals, about a 145 grain point. So I'm going to play with both throughout the day. We'll see which one shoots better with this bow. All right, it should be a good day. I don't think I'm going to shoot the greatest because, man, I haven't shot split fingered, I think, in ever left-handed. No, I started left-handed. That's right, when I was doing the super low anchor. So no practice range. I got a Bambi out there. I'll try and Go Tip. Oh, man. I just hope it hits it. Because I don't shoot split fingered much. I might actually try a 300 to see what happens. Not bad. You know what? Yeah, the gaps have greatly increased. Let's try an Easton Axis split finger. Oh, baby. For whatever reason, the Easton Axis, I think they're slightly lighter. They fly a lot faster. Alright. I'm going to try a 3-under just to see. Ooh, did you see that one? I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with a split finger. Alright. Next target's over there. Let's reset the camera and take a shot. One thing I forgot to mention is I don't have a downrange gun this week. Last week I said the battery didn't charge. Thought it because I put it in wrong. No, I charged it right this time. The battery's bad. And got another one at home I'll be bringing from now on. So starting next week, we should be back to having the downrange. Alright. Got me a mountain lion about 15 yards out. Oops, split finger. Not bad. You want to take one more? I'll shoot my... Well, that could be why that flew funny. Ooh, this baby is on there tight. That could be that. Alright, let's try this one. They're not flying the greatest, but you know what? This is the 68-inch bow. It's like sitting on the couch. It's just comfortable. Alright, I'm struggling here. But Greg, you only shot 2 targets. Yeah, I know. But after I shot those 2, I stopped and practiced a couple shots. And I just keep wanting to go to 3 under. And when you go 3 under, you shoot much lower. I go to split, I'm shooting, I'm just all over the place. So I'm going to try a couple shots on this one. 3 under, let's see if that helps. Barely hit him. Oh my God, great remark. All right, let's try this one. Both really low, because this thing, shooting 3 under, wow, the gaps are totally different. It's throwing my mind off. I barely hit both of them. That's all right. But it seems like using my glove, I can shoot 3 under with this. Who knew? Since I don't know where it's going to shoot, I'm going to put it like 6 inches under where I want. Let's see what happens. All right. So let's try. Actually, that was the bottom of his feet. So I'm going to go to about his kneecap. All right. Let me go belly. Wow. All right. I'm going to pump him because I got to figure this out. Hell of a group, Gregory. Hell of a group. Wow, okay. Let's see if I can confirm it. Holy smackaroli. Ha! This distance is almost point on. Never would have thought that. All right, the cameras are really close because I have people that whine and complain. One guy threatened not to watch any more of my videos unless I do downranges. And I'm the worst person to make threats like that because I get stubborn. I'll quit using them just to make you quit. All right, I understand people love the downrange. You guys just don't understand how much work it is. And sometimes, like last week, battery didn't charge. This week, battery's dead. Other times it's raining and the rain messes up my camera. So I don't usually do it because I'm lazy. If I don't have it downrange, I usually have a reason. Alright, let's try this guy. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, okay. Now that I got the whole sight picture thing figured out, for those arrows, I'll be able to shoot a little better. Now let's try these eastern axis, and let's see what happens. You get lucky sometimes, don't you? All right, next 2 targets. This one's actually, I'm shooting from the right stake, I think I am. About 12 yards. So, let's see what we do. All right, so I gotta remember, gaps are really small now. I think what it is, it's only a 40-pound bow, but being so long, it doesn't shoot an arrow. It like pushes one along. You know, it's like, come on. It's not a violent motion. Totally smooth. Then the grip throws me off. Not bad. So what I was talking about the grip, it's really deep in here. So your hand wants to ride up. I'll go on this side. Your hand really wants to ride up instead of getting it down in here. If I get it down here, my hand wants to be here, but it really wants to ride up. And this is one of those bows, I'm not gonna come back to this side. This is one of those bows that it really wants to be shot like that, I think, and not this way. All right, let's set up for the next one. All right, another one about 15, 20 yards. Shooting into a headwind. Don't know what that means, but just letting you know. Wow, you know, exactly where I was looking. Went pure instinctive. All right, let's try an Easton. Let's see if we get a little more power. Same. They hit the exact same spot almost every time. That's why I love these bows. They're just so consistent. Doesn't matter what you put through them. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, you can see the two targets, so I'm going to shoot one and I'll maybe move over and shoot the other. I'm going to try the Easton axis first. Something I want to play with though. Interesting. Now I'll move over and I'll shoot a goat tip on the Black Panther. It's good looking too. Wow. I was trying to use an axis on them. That definitely climbed. Both climbed. Ugh, trip, fall, kill myself. Hey everybody, alright, looks like I think it's an ibex or something like that. In the words of Dr. McCoy, I'm a florist, Jim, not a physician. Oh wait, I am a physician. I don't know. Not bad for an old man with gray hair. Alright, reset the camera, let's do the next one. Alright, another one. This is a regular Bambi, I think. Let's try this. Oh, come on. You know, stupid little things always screw you up. All right, on to the next one. All right, a couple things I noticed. What's this all about? Basics. I don't get all that expansion stuff and all that I talked last week. I'm not doing well, but if I do it, I shoot great. And you see in the past few shots, they're right about where I want them. We'll say the deep grip, not a fan of it. It's really hard to do the proper one. It's more up here. I'm more like holding onto the bow. So Here, you can see the pressure in my hands up here. It's up closer to this part of my hand instead of down in here, which I'm used to. You know, it just takes some getting used to. And you know what? Sometimes that's half the fun, learning how to adjust. You know, that's what I like about shooting a wooden bow. It's not the bow adjusts to me by adjusting the tiller and moving the plunger and doing this to make the arrow go where you want. No, I gotta adjust to the bow. And that's how I like it. You know, it's just personal opinion. I like having to adjust to my equipment and not vice versa. All right, pretty good course. You know, the first half, if I remember right, is all doubles, and the second half breaks down. All right, let me go up and get my arrows, and we'll move on. All right, next shot. Love the bow. You know, it's interesting. Bring it in. Same year as my other one, my right-handed one, which my right-handed one is the most beautiful bow I've ever seen wood-wise. This, they used a much darker wood. But whoever made it, you can see the difference. Bring it here. Straight line. My other one's rounded here. You know, they have the same shape-ish, but there are differences, and it just goes to show you different bowyers or something. And I think that's pretty cool in a way. But I definitely prefer, from the visual aesthetic, the more organic rounded. But I do appreciate, from a shooting aesthetic, the chiseled look. Alright, being deer season here in New York, he gave us two. I got a Betty Bambi and I got the buck, who must have just finished having some fun. Alright, so see if I can hit that buck, pay him back for ruining my van. Yeah, last year around this time, sometime in the fall, I think it was maybe October, maybe November, I can't remember when, coming home from work, person coming the other direction flashed its headlights. When you flash it, usually means a cop, so I started slowing down, came around the corner, and there's Bambi in the middle of the road. Boom! Totaled my van. Alright. I'll shoot the close one first. Ooh, man, that target, that bullseye is really low. Wow. Alright. Glove versus tab, which do you like better? Total personal preference. I don't mind either. I enjoy different aspects of them. But the one thing I'll say about the glove is I have a harder time getting my hook fingers around it, because I have really heavy gloves because I got girly man fingers. Alright, so let's try the buck. Ho-ho! That's for my van! I loved my van. I had a Dodge Caravan. Beautiful van. Super. Just put everything in it and load it. Totaled it. And after we paid off what was left of the loan, very little, it depreciated so much I got $100 back. So I went out and bought a Dodge Journey, which is pretty cool. Neatest thing is the push to start. It spoiled me. I don't even use my keys anymore. The doors, all I gotta do is have the keys on me, and it opens the door and it starts. If I gotta use the keys again, I'm gonna be lost. All right, those are some good shots. Let's move on to the next one. All right, you're not gonna be able to see me. So. Nice shot. A lot closer than I thought it was. The other one was over 20. This is around 10 to 15. Tell you, man, these Palominos, once you figure them out, awesome bows. All right, keep going. Got that big buck out there. This buck is good because he's bigger than most, so he throws off your range estimation. So when you see him, you always got to add a couple yards to it just due to his size. Oh, little off. I should have shot better. That's all right. All right, let's go get my arrow. All right. If you have children in the room, have them leave now. This is a good distance. And got to see what she does long distance. I said most of my bow's 30 yards, point on. My new anchor is about 25. This is around 30-ish, probably more because he's a buffalo. He's a lot bigger. Remember that size throwing off your range estimation? So I got to see what happens. You know, I'm not smart. Look behind it. So I asked you to have the kids leave the room because you might get some choice language. First one I'm going to do, I'm not going to go point on because I know that's stupid. But I can see the line. There's a downward diagonal line. I'm going to put my arrow up in that area and let's see what happens. Well, I'll be danged. Well, that's sort of where I wanted it to hit. Maybe a little to the right and down, but not by much. Get that shoulder set. Get that lat engaged. Yep, all right. And now for something extremely stupid. Let's see what the Easton Axis does. See if long range changes that one. Get that all engaged. No, about the same. She drifted to the right. You know what? Confidence is building. All right. So maybe a foot at like 30 yards, which ain't bad. This is a great indoor bow though. And you can see my lower knock is coming off. It's annoying me with my OCD, but I'll make it. All right, let's go on to the next one. Do a quick lesson in gap shooting. Didn't know the gap in this, didn't set it up or nothing. But after a while, you know, they're all around the same area. So you'll learn over time how much adjustment you need. Now for 30 yards, here's that line I was talking about. I could actually see that line without my glasses. I'm pretty proud of that. So I put it there, right? And I actually thought the bullseye was over here, right about here actually. And my arrow hit here, the second one hit here. So I put my arrow right about here. That's a little less than a foot, right? All three you can see are pretty dang nice. Nice line, because I put them all right here. Now this one here, that could have been released, a few other things, might have been the arrow, but it's actually closer to the 10 than my first shot. So, yeah, gap, you know, it depends on what you're shooting. If you're shooting competition, you need to know everything, down to the T. If you're just having fun, I can rough estimate. I don't really know the distance what this was. This was anywhere between, I'd say around 30, a little more. You know, and I know, so my others, point on was set for 30, but changed my anchor, my point on is closer to 25 to 27. And with my other bows, I know around 30 yards, just a little above it. So I figured, you know what, I'll go a little bit more above. It's instinctive. Which everybody, oh, you can't shoot instinctive gap. Sure you can. I instinctively just guessed, using my instincts, of where to put this arrow. You know, and it came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how I shot. So, you know, when you work at gaps, if you're trying to learn gap, just shoot it a lot. And over time, you're going to learn it. Now, somebody asked me about range estimation, and we'll cover that down on another target. It's important if you're doing competition. If you're having fun, not as critical. All right, boys and girls, next target. And sign says 2. I only see 1. Oops. All right, he's close, about 15 yards. That's what that is for me. God, I love this. I feel nothing with it. I can hold it, which I don't. But, you know, it's just a good bow. It's beautiful. Had a few 22, 23. A little bigger, set downhill, but I can. Oh, God, in line where I want. 6 inches low. That's where my mind says to go. Let's go on to the next one. Sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't. All right, everybody, I know I talk about range estimation, and that's, man, it's a complicated subject. But I like simple. You know, KISS, keep it simple, stupid, right? Two primary methods is line of sight or ground. And on ground, you learn what 10 yards looks like. And you find something, you go, okay, that's 10 yards. Then you work your way out, and it gives you a good estimation. It works fine. That takes a little bit more time. How much more time? About a second. I use line of sight, and it takes a little longer to learn, but it's much more easier, and you can do it like that. And what line of sight is, I just simply look at it, and through repetition and time, you'll know it. So when you're learning, bring a rangefinder. That's what I highly recommend, is you shoot, right? Remember your distance? The rangefinder, and see what it actually is. Now the thing you're going to find is that you're going to start learning target sizes, certain targets from certain companies. There's not a whole lot out there. And you're going to know what that target looks like at 10, 20, 30, 40, blah, blah, blah. And that's why, like I said, some of the larger targets can really throw you off, because you think you got their sizes, you know, the distance down, but because they're bigger. So one way you can learn is if you got a target, just go put it out somewhere at 10 yards and look at it. Back up to 20 yards, look at it. But you'll learn it. And line of sight works fine for me. I had to do it in the service, so I'm pretty used to it. Now, like anything else, the farther away it is, the less accurate you are. Now, if you're doing competitions like IBO, max distance for one of these bows is 30 yards. Plus or minus 10% or something like that, so it's 33 yards max. So it's pretty accurate within those ranges. So that's one easy way. Now, I know you can use your thumb, use your riser, you can do all these complicated things. I like simple. I like doing stuff that I don't have to do nothing. I look at it, make my estimation, and I can shoot. And I can do all that while I'm drawing. So it's also, you know, applicable for other things. All right, now that I babbled, I have two targets, one here and one here. I'm going to shoot at that one first, take a step back, and then shoot at this one. All right, about 20 yards, a little more. Maybe a little less. I'm going to back up. Just, there you go. Now I don't have to move none. Just reorientate my body. Oh, a little high. A little high. All right. That wolf is a little closer. Alright, both were high. And I hit myself. You know what? Not bad. I didn't even think about the range. I just shot. I'm doing like gap stinctive, I guess. Because I look at it, draw back, and I go, feels right. Let it go. Now, that one, I actually thought it felt a little high. It was high. This one, I didn't think it was going to be as high as it was. I thought it was good enough. That's how it goes. You know what? Out here having fun. I'm shooting a bow from 1965. 53 years old. I'm 55. This baby was made when I was 2 years old. I was still in my diapers. Maybe that's why I stink today, huh? Alright, got two of them. First one's about 10. Second one's about 18 to 20. So let's see what we do. Warthog first. And down to the gator. It's going to be tough because the branches are in the way. Not bad. You know what? Let's have some fun. Easton Axis. Let's see how they fly. Yeah, I knew that. That was me. The main one I want to try was the gator. Yeah, she dances. Either too weak, too stiff. I don't know. Don't care. I use the same arrows for all my bows, from 50 pounds all the way down to 38. You know what? And they fly good enough for me. My mantra is don't think it's the equipment. Don't always stress your equipment so much. You know, if you're a competition, I understand. But you're like me, a recreational archer, having fun. Don't stress that stuff. All right, this is 27:28, I think it is. 2 to go. 2-hour drive here, 2-hour drive home for less than 2 hours of shooting. But that's okay. Life is good when you're shooting a Ben Pearson Palomino. Last 2 shots, cool. He built a staircase, which I'll show you when we're done, maybe. Logs into the ground, filled in with gravel, with stakes, go way up this hill, and you're shooting from different steps. You know, like I said, this guy put some time and effort into it. All right, last 2. Who cares what arrow I draw? I draw 2 doll sheep. I'm gonna shoot the first one. I got to move over a little bit for the left one because I don't think my arrow is that powerful to go pass through a tree. A little low. All right, let's see what a goad tip would do. Yeah, right in there. Woohoo. Yeah, plenty of room. Goad tip first, and then an east. Can't even see the bullseye. So this is gonna be fun. This should be a good shot, actually. Little low, he's out there. Try it again. You know, when I say good shot, I don't mean me making a good shot. It's just a cool shot because I got this tree right next to me. Can't see where it is. Oh! You know what this calls for? Unloading on them. Well, short. There we go. That's the one we needed. All right. Boy, my point of aim. Well, it is about 30 yards, too. Duh. Stupid man. A little low. Hitting them, but hitting a little low, so I got to aim a wee bit higher. There we go. Oh! Well, went over him. Pumping him, baby, because this is the last shots ever here for me. Good confidence builders. Seeing how this bow shoots. More foam. Last arrow ever here. Yep. The Pine Valley. Let's see how we do. And it's a miss. Ha ha! All right, boys and girls, Pine Valley, I'm telling you, this place is an example of a labor of love. And I'm so sad for Eric for not being able to keep it up, you know, because people weren't coming. And I know how that is, because with my business that I had for 25 years now, I'd come up with an idea and everybody, oh yeah, I love that. I'd come to that. All my friends would say, oh yeah, I'd be there. You do it and they never show up. So I put all that time, effort, and money, and then they don't show up. But they all talk the game. So I learned really early on that when people tell me, oh yeah, I do that, that'd be awesome. Nah, I don't trust them, I don't believe them. You got to find people that aren't your friends, do your research. Like I said, I understand the market's tough, but this guy's open 7 days a week. $10, that's what he charges. 30 targets, all in good shape, fun course, uphill shots, downhill shots. The two over there, you can actually shoot off platforms. He's got benches, he's got bow hooks, he's got 7 shooting stakes, I think we counted. He's built steps, trailways. It was just an incredible job. You know, and I love shooting here. So Greg, why don't you shoot more? Well, 2+ hour drive. All right, it's going to be even more going home with the traffic because it's later in the day. But Eric, thank you so much for all the time and effort you put in this. It was appreciated by one person. I wish you the best. And you know, you gave it a run. Sorry it didn't work out. All right, boys and girls, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time with an all-new episode 3D Archery.